Can you let me go to the LPRC? In 1980-1981, the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company had an oil facility arrangement with the Lombardi Group, Lombardi, L-O-M-B-A-R-D-I. And they were supplying fuel or crude oil to the LPRC that it will refine, sell, make profits, and then pay off this facility. And this oil facility was arranged through the National Housing and Savings Bank. Our information shows that during the term of the PRC, this arrangement, payment arrangement, the PRC reneged on payment arrangements to the Lombardi Group. And the Lombardi Group subsequently withdrew, prompting the LPRC and the National Housing and Savings Bank. I do not know for sure whether the money owed to the Lombardi Group was ever liquidated or not. I'm not so sure of that, and I cannot recall the final details. But however, a new oil facility arrangement was reached with the Red Mountain Finance Corporation, based, I think, in Oklahoma, United States of America. Again, those are details that I'm not so sure of. I'm talking about the location of this, but I do know it was the Red Mountain Finance Group. And the value of that oil facility arrangement was 50 million United States dollars. And as you would know, the National Housing and Savings Bank, which remains closed today, owing particularly to these loan arrangements that made the bank insolvent, but this bank was a depository for many people, common people that is, marketeers, I myself, others had money savings in that bank. The bank became insolvent. Today, depositors were left with their hands outstretched and received nothing. But the point is that this oil facility arrangement reached with the Red Mountain Finance Corporation. Again, government reneged on the arrangement, and the Red Mountain Finance Corporation pulled out. During that period, depreciation was rising rapidly on the facility in Gardnersville, the oil refinery. And because the LPRC had become insolvent, although we know today that the LPRC is making a lot of profit, but because the LPRC became insolvent, and more or less the National Housing and Savings Bank was in a state of near insolvency, the government at the time organized the Liberian National Petroleum Corporation, organized principally through the instrumentality of Mr. Emmanuel Shaw and Mr. Jenkins Scott, Jenkins K. Zebby Scott, playing key roles. We know that the LNPC, defunct now, inherited the assets, the fixed assets of the LPRC, the refinery, the oil jetty, the oil storage facilities. And although it inherited the fixed assets of the LPRC, it did not inherit the liabilities of the LPRC. Can you provide any information as to the legality or illegality of such an arrangement that was entered into? And the profits made by LNPC, were they deposited into government coffers or did they go into private coffers? That's the first part of my question on the LPRC I would like to pose to you.
I'm sure you will appreciate that all of the scenarios you're giving were all carried out on a military junta. Now these people did not go for too much of the rule of law. The situation you explained did take place, yes, and I'm glad you mentioned the brother Emmanuel Shaw's name. He is perhaps the most knowledgeable person in Liberia on that entire transaction. You must also appreciate the PRC worked in a way that, for example, some of the situations you are citing were considered classified. Those were classified information that will not just get down to ordinary people like us unless we had to be involved. But on the surface, yes, we are aware that an LPMC was created, LMPC was created, and Emmanuel Shaw headed it. As to the financial dynamics and transactions, no, I will have no knowledge. But Emmanuel Shaw will be the right person, and whether those entities were created through acts of law or created by PRC decree or just created on sentiments, I won't know. But you should understand that the PRC, it was a military government. Anytime these guys decided they wanted something done and their interests were involved, they got it done.